You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. Well, I'm cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. You've got the rhyme and reason, but got no cause. But if you're hot to trot, you think you're slicker than grease. I've got news for you, Cruz. You'll be sucking like a leech.
No idea.
I don't listen to raps.
So what you want, Beastie Boys?
Oh my God! How did
I mean,
Easy Boys.
it's pretty hard to hear any of the lyrics in that song because it's all distorted.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Cigar Noise Boys? Dom and Tyler, doing maybe a post-PCA breakdown or just hang out with Ben Lee of Cigar Coop. Dude, that sounds like a DJ scratch. Thank you, Ben, for being here. So real quick question. You're still working on editing videos and whatnot, content from PCA. How long do you think it'll be until you're completely done?
So we try to like spread it out a little bit, don't do a whole big video dump. Because for two reasons. One, it kind of helps drive traffic for a longer amount of time. But also because you don't want to put too much out there because stuff will get lost in the mix. So it'll probably take me probably a week to edit all the videos. And then I don't know what the schedule is for Coop, how many I put out per day. Last time we did like 5 a day. That was a pretty good amount because it gave us some good traffic to the site. And it didn't overwhelm like almost 80 some videos this year.
Dang. So we're low res this week. Tyler doesn't have a headset or a mic. Ben's on his Call of Duty headset. Did we ever play a game on the Roma group?
Yeah. Were you one of the ones that didn't get banned? Most of them got banned.
I feel like I played a few games, but I don't remember much from them.
You didn't have the full game. You only had
just the Warzone.
Yeah, because you're poor.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, I came back from PCA last year. Turned it up. I was banned while I was in Las Vegas.
Tyler?
Yeah.
You've been saying this whole time you have a girlfriend. Ben Lee, does he in actuality have a girlfriend?
Yes, he can get the blue check mark.
Nice.
I can follow her in person.
That's great. Tyler, what was it like taking her to the trade show? Whereas when you're past, I guess you would just hang out with the boys. Did she think you were hot stuff? Everyone came up to you, knew who you were?
No, she was, because she's people like her more than me now. So that's I told her this might be the last time you meet my friends, because everybody wanted to know where she was. They didn't want to talk about what I was doing or about me. No, it was the most fun I had. I mean, because it was a lot of fun. I'm glad she came. She actually extended her trip by another day, which was pretty dope. But it was. We both had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we invited you out to the compound every night. But,
I know the one time I was gonna go, I was with Mo, and he because we went to the Luciano thing one night, and another night we went to I went to Enfuego with Mo to visit an account because they carry it, I fucking, and Skip left like a day early. So I was trying to schedule to go with Skip, and then it never worked out. Did Skip ever make it? No. Oof. Not good for either of us.
Usually he goes over here. So
Yeah. I regret not being able to go, but and also too, it was like I was exhausted the whole trip because like when I was at the conference, Alyssa would be chilling by herself or sleeping in late. And then for me, I'd be going to bed. We'd be doing stuff late, hanging out late and shit like that. And then I got to get up early. And So I was fucking tired the whole time.
My man. So I was at the last 3 trade shows, I think. Before this one, where I had to work at the shop. How does this one compare to last year's? Better, worse, in what way? Ben, does anything jump out to you?
Oh yeah, I thought it was way better. I like the small footprint was still there, which I like that. It kind of reminds me back our TDA days. It felt more cozy, right? So it was just like last year, except for me, there seemed to be a whole lot more people this year. And like so, everybody goes to trade show, like as the days go by, the attendance gets less and less and less. Like this year was not like that. This year, I mean, it was most booths were pretty packed. I say most days. Even the last day, we had to wait on like 3 interviews that we're trying to finish it up because they were still quite in business, after taking orders and stuff. So it was still rocking and rolling on the last day, which was, a little bit of a pain for us because we try to get in and see people get these interviews the last minute, try to push all that in. But it was cool to see a lot of people in there, still taking orders and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it seemed busier than last year. It seemed a lot smaller. Like it seemed like because the booth were a lot of them went down in size, so it was it was very manageable. I didn't do much exploring because I was in Mo's booth helping out, but like I don't think it's too. I don't like just popping in people's booth because I'm not going to place an order because I don't have a shop. So I don't like most of my visiting is after hours at Bar Luca or something. But yeah, day 4 it dropped big time. I mean, but not as much as it drops on other day 4s. But it was there was a steady flow of people. I mean, there's I think like some of the more popular ones. I think Placencia was always bumping. Tatuaje always seemed busy. Crownhead seemed super busy, but there's or Crownhead's Ace Prime and Ozinger's new brand, because there's 3 companies jam packed in a normal sized, like a medium sized booth. So it was always fucking bumping, but and it was weird too because Drunk Chicken had 2 booths. They had their representation in the Sutliff booth next to Mo, and then they had a booth, like a bigger booth, like their own, where they had a guy dressed or a guy or girl in a chicken suit. I heard to stay away from kind of that area of the show because you were getting a lot of like grabbing you and pulling you in the booth. I heard it was like the Warfighter, the Drunk Chicken, and then Tony Bellotto, La Barba. Those were the 3 like pushy salesman booths, and they were all lumped together. So like stay away from that area if you're a retailer and that you have a retailer badge. But
did you notice on the Drunk Chicken booth what the sign they had up?
The cigar coop?
Yeah.
Did they take it down? Did you say? Yeah. Oh. I can barely hear you, my man.
Ben, I'm struggling to hear too, man.
That is so weird.
The tech.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is the normal setup I normally use when I go on shows. So I don't understand.
That's better. That's better.
I'll just project my voice. Okay, we'll just pretend like I'm here. I'll just project my voice. No, what I was saying was the cigar coop sign that was up the whole time was kind of irritating.
Yeah, and when I saw somebody take a picture of that, I almost commented. I'm like, it was, I think Boston Jimmy had a picture and posted something, and I'm like, well, Boston Jimmy, you're not even at the trade show. I'm like, obviously this is from last year or year before, because I'm in their booth right now. I see them, like they had 2 people in the booth, but then I didn't realize until I walked over that they had a second booth. So I'm glad I didn't comment to Boston Jimmy's post because I would have been salty as fuck.
Yeah, a lot of people came up to us and like, hey, did you see the Drunken Chicken booth? Like, yes, we see it, but Yeah, it was kind of, they're like, oh, we didn't know. We never heard of Cigar Coop. I'm like, we interviewed you for about an hour last year. We're one of the only sites that came to your booth to talk to you. But okay, whatever. That was kind of weird. But they had a chicken call on there going off like every 15 minutes. Did you hear that?
No.
It's like the rooster crowing every 15 minutes. That was kind of freaking annoying. I noticed the booths around them that we were interviewing. They're like, "Oh, it's so freaking annoying. I wish they would turn that crap off." And of course, they had somebody dressed up like a chicken, holding the sign like the booths this way, doing the twirl like they do the fast food crap. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I told Mo that Dom will dress up as a Statue of Liberty like they do for the taxes.
What? No. On the road with the sign.
Yeah,
no, we'll not do that.
Like the Statue of Liberty. Get your taxes done here. $75, no waiting.
I wouldn't even do the chicken thing, and I'm the chicken guy. It's not the right application.
People loved them. I don't know if it translated to orders, but people loved that thing.
Did they?
People were taking pictures with it and laughing.
Well, okay. I took a picture with a handheld puppet chicken last trade show. Doesn't matter. I have no segue.
Yeah. Ben, so I have to stay in a booth most of the time. Is there any booths that kind of stuck out to you, or any of the new brands that you got to know a little bit about their stories that you're interested in? Like, but there's quite a few brands showing for the first time. You had like Wildfire, you had the Freud, I never heard of Founders before. You had West Tampa. Herklotz was there. His booth was there for the first, like where they had cigars actually there. Tim's new brand, Ossinger's new brand. Like, is there any of those brands stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, we visited two that were really unknown at first, and one was the Howard G line. They were really good. Like, he's got a line with Mike Taylor, who's the two-time Super Bowl winning defensive back for Pittsburgh Steelers, and then Leon Searcy, who's the big, he's huge. Dude, he shook my hand. It was like Deadpool, and he's got the baby hand. That's what it felt like when he shook my hand. It's so freaking massive, dude. Nicest guys though, man. They were really good people. He was on Bear's show, El Oso Fu Martins, and he really impressed Bear. And he sent him some cigars. He really liked them, so he wanted us to go by there and interview them. And I'm glad we did, because they were really cool people. We got some samples. I haven't spoke by yet because I've said this before a bunch of times. I'm behind the camera, so I can't really smoke, because the smoke just goes billows in front of the camera. It's like there's a big fog, right?
Yeah.
Smoke screen. So I usually don't smoke. So I usually save mine. But all the other guys, Aaron, Coop, and Bear smoked their stuff, and they really liked it. One of Leon's Cersei got like an 8x70 cigar or something. I don't know if that's a correct size, but it sure was massive. And it's coming out with the what was it, the little Cersei? It's basically that cigar cut in half. And Coop smoked it. He thought it was really, really good.
What factory is that?
I can't remember off the top of my head which movie. I want to say American Caribbean, but that might not be right.
Yeah, that sounds right. I can double check real quick.
Yeah, but while we're interviewing, I don't remember if we were in Ashton talking to them, or it was we were talking to Karen Berger about the Cave by Karen from AJ Fernandez. I think that's what it was. And then Aaron was taking photos, right? And he stopped at the booth next to him, and it was a family-owned company called Codio, CODIO, and I'd never heard of them. None of us had ever heard of them before. And they, Aaron was talking to them, and they had a really cool story. So we actually went to over there. We got done. We had a little bit of time to interview them, and really cool people. It was all family owned. It was all the family there, and they're from the Dominican Republic, and they had a couple of lines they were bringing to the show out that none of us ever heard of them, so I didn't have any expectations. And I actually smoked. I told him, he's like, you pass this on. What do you want to try? What do you want to try? Everybody, and he got to me. I'm like, dude, if I smoke anything, I need something really small because I can manage smoke like it was a petite Corona or something small. I can like deal with that smoke, just a little bit of smoke, and like push it off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
But he gave me this. I forgot what the name of it was now. It was a family blend, and it was really damn good. It was good, and all the other guys had all 3 different blends, and they all said this is a really good cigar. And I don't remember what blends they all tried out, but it was Codio, CODIO, right? That was a really good one. I mean, it's the first time also we was able to go by Jake Wyatt and go by their booth. And that one was busy. We had to come back the next day for that one because they had so many people there coming and taking orders. But I've liked them for a while now because I got turned on to them by Jay Davis of Blue Smoke in Dallas. He actually gave me, ironically, it was their Candela, the Lucid.
Best Candela on the market.
I don't know.
It's good, but it's not the best.
It's top tier. It's definitely top tier.
Yeah, it's good.
To me, it's up there. It's up there. It's like the Jake Wyatt, the Roma Craft, and then you got the Illusione. To me, is the best one. I think that's the best Candela. But it's up there. It really is because it shocked me. So he was like, "Oh yeah, you should go try it." So we got the Robusto. Just telling me, kept on me like, "Try this really good stuff." And I tried it. It was like a really medium body Candela. It was creamy with a little bit of spice to it. It had a lot of stuff going on, and it didn't really have that real green vegetal taste, right? It didn't have that. It's like the Candela just kind of imparted a smoothness to the whole profile. It was really good, and I just fell in love from that one. Then I tried all the other lines, and I thought they were all really good. Because when you see them, you think this must be a gimmick cigar because it's all the weird leaf designs they got on them, which actually, when you listen to how they do it, it's kind of a painstaking process. It's kind of really complicated. And when you smoke it too, it doesn't, that stuff, those intricate designs they put on their other tobacco, it doesn't come off. You just smoke right through it. It's pretty cool how they do it.
Yeah, that's one brand that I surprised how well it's gotten to the market and shit, but I can kind of understand why. It's got the little touch, the flare of the like stripes on there and shit like that, so it's going to attract people like more the novice smoker. I mean, because I'm not impressed if I see that on a cigar, but more of like the everyday smoker. It's I think they would be interested to try it. And then also that I think he's in the TAA and he's been around forever. He's got a few shops, so he's got a lot of connections. That's one brand that's really, as for a new brand, has really been successful.
Are all their boxes the same? I just have one box of their Candela LE Perfecto, and it's like a cardboard material.
No, they have other ones, I believe.
Okay. How was Apostate? Because I know they do a Candela. Did you stop by that booth, Ben?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Is that from that Salt Lake City retailer?
Utah.
Yeah, that city's in Utah. Yeah.
Yeah. I am aware.
Okay.
Yeah, the guys in my shop were interested in their story. We didn't bring them in, but it's a maybe.
Did you guys bring in anything?
So the manager was at a family emergency, unable to go. So the owners, most of them go every year, but it was up to them to make the orders. They played it safe. So any fun orders will be done after the show. They just got pretty much the meat and potatoes, what sells the shop.
Since you've been home, Ben, has anything you smoked been really good or anything like that?
Yeah, well, you know about this one though. Is
yeah,
a mantra. because that's what I've been doing kind of today. Because when I got back home, we had to drive down to Tallahassee because my wife's in Navy Reserves. So I didn't really take much because I was trying to let them sit. A lot of the, a lot of stuff we get in Vegas is so dry, right? I tried to smoke one sample, and I had it sitting in my humidor bag, and I still when I cut it, the cap cracked. So I thought I'll get a couple more days. So today I've been trying to smoke some stuff in between editing video, and this Sumatra from Martinez, that is damn good cigar.
Yeah.
I really like this one. I smoked the Cavalier Inner Circle this morning.
Ooh, how was that?
Yeah, that was really good too. I really like that. Yeah. Hector Alfonso from Espinosa, he tried it earlier in the show, and he told me that's a really good cigar. So that's a ringing endorsement. And that's the only really two that I've smoked so far. Like I've got some in a pack here. Like what time I'll smoke after this? It's probably this is the Baruchu Blue, the two Tatuaje. Or I also had the Alec Bradley double broadleaf.
Okay.
Which I've heard a lot of really good things about that too. So the only stuff that I really smoked at the show was the stuff from Ace Prime, the Maria Lucia, which was fan-freaking-tastic. That was a really good. The Bosinias that I had there, it was really, especially when we did it with the wine pairing.
Mm-hmm.
But it paired with one day, it was awesome. It was so good. What else? I had the Bosphorus, the Ossier cigar, but when I smoked it, I thought it was really dry, like from just being out in Vegas. So I'm kind of like letting that one, giving it a pass. I want to try it in the wild when they start coming in. I have one more sample that I got it with the human fat living. Kind of acclimate. I probably won't touch it for about a month.
Yeah, for me also, yeah, I really like the Maria cigar from Luciano. That one was really good. And then the Patina Sumatra, I really liked it in the Corona Gorda. It was good in the other sizes, but Corona Gorda was really good. It's like, for me, the Maduro, it's the precipitation that I gravitate towards, and the Connecticut I gravitate towards the Churchill, and then but it's the whole bell of the ball thing kind of deal that you're from Coop being on Stogie Geeks, but I also really like the I just had to tip my tongue.
Tyler, did you get another haircut since the trade show?
No.
Okay, continue.
The foundation.
The
Olmec Claro. I love the Claro.
You call it Claro or natural?
He calls it Claro.
All right.
Unless you know different, I don't know.
I know nothing.
Yeah, Claro. The Maduro was okay. The Claro was really good.
The one that I got was a Maduro. So.
Okay.
That was a little tough because his booth was so damn packed all the way to the end. Man. It was hard. We got our interview in, but he asked me to come back later to get some samples because they were so busy. And I went back like 2 days in a row, but I was just so busy that I didn't get to him until like day 4. And of course, a lot of that stuff was gone already. Yeah,
I didn't get any of the new Wiseman sizes to try, but he did give me the Joe Rogan cigar, which is pretty dope.
I was wondering if that was just for the picture or if you actually got one.
He gave me one.
Score.
But the Menelik Toro, man, I had the same problem I had with the box of Meneliks I had. The draw was terrible.
Well, that cigar's not for me. It's not my style of cigar, so I don't smoke those. If the draw's good, then I love it. But if it's like it's the same problem I have with a lot of the Rock Patel box presses. They're just like the draws aren't very good when they should be good because they're taking out some of the filler to box press it. But it's like it gets like crunchy. Like it's hard to explain. It's not supposed to be doing, So if you get like I was talking to a retailer, he tells me before he sells the box of Meneliks, if he puts on the shelf, he smokes one to see how they are. And if they're not good, he ends up just smoking them himself. It sucks, something that's $13, you shouldn't have to
do that. Another one I really liked was the Terrence gave me the 6x56 Anniversario Maduro. For being a big boy, that was really, really flavorful. The Retro Hail was super, super good. And I guess that's going to be a PCA exclusive and available for a while, I think. It's going to be regular production now, but I like the new branding of the Aganorsa stuff.
Oh, yeah. So another one that it's freaking awesome was the new delivered edition knuckle sandwich. What do they? I forgot what they call it.
Oh, the what?
The
knuckle sandwich.
Knuckle sandwich. Yes, that Perfecto, the box press Perfecto.
Chef's choice or chef's?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was damn good. I mean, it's a lot. If you like the knuckle sandwich, you'll like this one. To me, it's got a little bit more finesse to it. You know, like it seems more well rounded actually. It was a fine. We're going to come out. We did a top 5 like list of what we're supposed to see at the show. We're going to do a post PCA version. So we're going to see. I'm curious to see how our top 5s post PCA pre post PCA match up to post PCA list.
Yeah.
See how they are. So I know one of mine's not going to be on there. The Heckler Castle limited edition. Stiniker, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
We didn't get that, so that's not going to be on my post list, obviously. That's why I probably smoke all this stuff now to try to give it a shot, see if it makes my list or not.
What do you guys know about Boost hydration?
Nothing.
All right. Well, we're bringing them in at the shop. So
it's a cigar brand? What is it?
No. Instead of Boveda.
Oh my God.
I've never actually heard of that before.
Me neither. So we'll see.
I mean, what, that Humida whatever flopped, and then the Helio or what it once started with the H, that one flopped too, Hydro or some shit. Yeah, I thought you were talking about like something you put in your water.
No, I Triple B, Bob, you met him. He gave me this Boveda hat and I was super stoked. And then I heard that we ordered from Boost instead of Boveda. So we'll see.
No,
not broke. I mean,
yeah. Orders to be made after the trade show.
I just like the Boveda packs because it's easy to tell when they're past their prime, and it's easy to rehydrate. It's so easy, especially back when I lived on the Gulf Coast. I would just go set them outside for a day, and they'd fill right back up again. And right now, it's been raining like crazy in the mountains of North Carolina, so I put them out on my little desk here, and it's so humid in the air they fill back up pretty quick too. And I just reuse them again. I love that part about it. So some old ones you can't rehydrate. Like once it's dried out, it's all over.
Yeah. Let me know how that goes down.
Yeah, we'll do. I'm wondering because, I mean, even your average customer, I think, recognizes Boveda now. I think they become big enough to where people see that brand around cigar shops. Shout out to our sponsor, CigarNoise. Check out what Dave West is doing. Small batch cigar. New exclusive coming out soon. The Viaje Clodenstein Rises. The first release of that was super good. Bought a box, smoked it all. Regret I didn't save any. But now there's another one. CigarNoise.
I picked up a box of the new Saka one they did.
Have you smoked one yet?
No.
I didn't buy one because I wasn't sold based off the description. Like green peppercorns. What does that taste like? I know white pepper. I know black pepper. I know pink salt. What does green peppercorn taste like?
I don't know if I've ever had pink. I've had pink peppercorns, but nice.
I think green was what Saka said was his tasting note. But also, I mean, he said it wasn't ready like 2 years ago. So it sounded like it was a cigar that wasn't blended to be ready and it had to wait. And I don't know. But I've seen good things about it. I haven't tried it myself.
I just saw something that it's named what it is because it bit him when he smoked it or something. So I don't know. There's a snake on it.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want some hot sauce spice in my cigar. No, thank you. That's like a Lars Teton spicy cigar.
I tried the Crux the new Crux Habano last night. It was I couldn't tell because it was they had it on display, so it was super dried out, and it was flat, so it's that's it's a trade. It was on display, so I can't. But I'm excited for it to come out because I really like the stuff Crux is doing.
Oh, I did too. It's one of my favorite cigar companies right now.
Yeah.
And they gave us some on like the last day. So, and I haven't spoken. Mine's sitting up because they told us they'll give us some time. I'm going to wait on that. Obviously, that will be included in my top 5 for many reasons. One, that it wasn't available to us when we got there. The mysteriously just showed up somehow. They said, wait, don't smoke it yet, which means it ain't ready. So I'm not going to obviously put that in my top 5. But it's one that I'm really excited about because I love the Epicure, so it's kind of cool to see it in a Habano. I can't wait to try this out, but I probably won't even bother with it until I see him in the cigar shop.
All right, question for Tyler and then Ben. What was a favorite dish that you had? Best could be an entree, could be an appetizer. Favorite thing you ate?
We ate at so it was Skip and Arlen, and then Alyssa and we ate at Delmonico. That was good. I had a little steak and some lobster bisque. But now that I think about it, I forgot Mo took Alyssa and I out to a place called Sushi Samba, and I got you been there?
No, but I've heard of it. So
yeah.
Middle of the mall.
Yeah, it's in the mall, and I got a steak, and it had like this like sauce on it, or like just like cooked with like it had like juice or something with I don't know what the fuck it's like it was really fucking good. Like I compared to like getting like Thai food and then some of the sauce they put on there. It was like a high-end steak with the sauce on there. It was on like a bed of vegetables, so I would scoop some of the sauce onto it. That was really fucking good. That's probably the top meal. But I like the Monaco too because I had some really good wine. It was like 20 years old Spanish wine, and then but also I really like Yardbird too. So I'm going with Sushi Samba. That's my number one. That steak was good.
Yeah, we actually went out. We never did do much. We had so many like little after PCA kind of events to go to. We went to Yardbird one night, and that's always a winner. But I get the fried chicken every time. So that's kind of the deviled eggs. That's their 2 top things they sell. I get that every time. It's really, really good. Went to Fogo de Chao one night, and if you've been to a Brazilian steakhouse, you know what that's like. It's
meat sweats.
100% meat sweats. Don't wear any pants in the belt. Fucking just pointless. But I tell you what was the one. I've been to both those places a lot. But we had a little a J.C. Newman kind of cocktail hour at the trade show, and it was I cannot remember the name. It was like a little barbecue place that was right there. It was in the Venetian. But then basically what it was, we could get cocktails and beers and stuff, and then they were bringing around hors d'oeuvres and stuff. Now, one of the ones they had that was just freaking awesome were like these chicken sandwich sliders. Oh my God, they were so good. I mean, it was crazy. The lady would come around with that. I had thought they didn't even make it halfway across the room. It was just seasoned so perfectly. I mean, just imagine something like, a Chick-fil-A sandwich, but amped up to like turned up to 11. It was so much. It was just so good. It was pretty awesome. That's like I probably enjoyed the most. Because other than that, we ordered pizza one night in the house. Oh no, I know what it was. I forgot. So real close to our house. We always get an Airbnb for the developing pallets, and then our team, we share it. And Aaron Loomis Development Pallets had found this little Mexican place right around the corner. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Lindo Michigan. I think it's how you pronounce the last part of it. It's actually an area of Mexico, a state of Mexico. And I tried something that bears that his grandmother used to cook that I'd never seen before, but it was carnitas de Coca-Cola. Basically, it's carnitas made with Coke. And apparently they do this in Mexico. It's a thing they do. Dude, that shit was fire. Oh my God, it was so good. That actually was my favorite thing I ate in Vegas was that. It was, it was just like one of those comfort meals, Mexican comfort meal. It was just amazing. It was a really, really good restaurant. It's a chain. I found out later it's like a chain. It's not a huge chain, but you've got them all over in big cities and stuff. Shit, I didn't know they made carnitas with Coca-Cola sauce. It was like a really thick, rich sauce. You can actually taste like the sweet Coca-Cola note. It wasn't overwhelming, but it was freaking awesome. Ever see that on menu? Grab it.
I hear there's this really good brunch spot at the Palazzo or Venetian. I heard Dave Garofalo talk about it on the Cigar Authority, and I know Skip and Arlen went. I heard it's like the best brunch, like fucking ever. So you have to, it's hard to like get to. You have to be like escorted there. It's on like the 10th floor, but none of the elevators have a 10th floor, so you have to like find the right elevator and shit like that. Barchons or something.
Oh, Bouchon.
Bouchon, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that's in the Venetian.
Yeah, I also went to Hash House a Go-Go. I like that joint a lot. Me and Alyssa went there for brunch one day. The first day we were there. It's a fun little spot.
Yeah, if I remember it right, Bouchon is the owner of it. Thomas Keller, who's the executive chef of the French Laundry, the famous restaurant in California. Yeah. So my last year was Stoner Review with Brian. You remember at the trade show, we kept trying to go there, and we never made it. We was never able to make it for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Not that we couldn't get in. It was just like something would happen, and we couldn't make it over there. But I wanted to do that so bad because like I'm a big fan. So I wanted to try that out. We just never get to it. But yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing things about that place.
Depending on when I think they're moving TPE, but I might try to go there during TPE. I think they moved the date.
We should be there too at TPE, so we'll definitely do that. But it's at the same time as Pro Cigar, the Dominican Republic.
Oh, it's wait.
Which is an epic fail, but it seems like TPE is turning more away from cigars. Or not turning away from cigars, but emphasizing a lot more stuff. So
yeah, it's going to be February 22nd through the 24th.
And when it's look at Pro Cigar, I think it's the same exact time.
Anybody get COVID?
Anybody that I know, a shit ton of people I know. None of us.
Same dates, yeah.
Same date. So if you want to go, cigar people can go to Pro Cigar over TV.
Well, I'd rather just like go. It's more fun just to go down there on your own, anyways. I mean, I guess if you go to factories that don't open up, but it's Pro Cigar. That's the one in Dominican Republic, right? Yeah, I would go to that. I was talking to Charlie about that. That's the one I would go to.
Yeah, me too. I've never been, but it's real damn expensive. Coop went last year. He said he'll go this year again too. But it's a wrinkle in TPE coverage, so we'll figure that out. Yeah. So back to COVID. Yeah, so we were surrounded by people that had COVID. How none of us got it, I don't know. It's crazy. Now, I didn't expect to ever get it because I had it 6 weeks ago.
Oh.
So there's no way I could get it. I still have the antibodies in my system. So I'm like, I tell her about the COVID super soldier. Because I literally was around in all of PCA. Like literally everybody I ran into and talked to, shook hands with, got COVID. And then I come home, and my cousin has moved up to Asheville because he's want to move up here. He's staying with me until he finds a place to stay. He got COVID. So I come home to COVID, and then I go down to Tallahassee the day later, and one of the guys at our shop there, I was sitting beside, tested positive COVID that later that night. I'm like, fuck, what's the deal here? I'm getting bombarded by COVID germs, but so far, no problems. But like I said, I don't think I could get it anyway for a while. So
it's weird. We didn't hear about this last year. People coming home to COVID or during TPE. Like, what happened now?
I don't know, man. I think somebody probably brought it with them, or so at first we were trying to find out where basically patient zero came from.
Oh God, I could see Coop with a cork board and yarn and our tacks and shit.
Well, we started talking to people, it was like, oh, everybody. Initially, the people that we were talking to were all the ones that were always hanging out at Bar Luca. Every night they were at Bar Luca, every single one of them. So I don't know if that was the epicenter or it was just a really weird coincidence.
I mean, if you're going to go somewhere and expect to get sick, it'd be Vegas.
Yeah. Either that or herpes. I mean,
well, no, I'm just saying, I'm saying if you're living a clean lifestyle and you're still going to get sick, that'd be the place it happened. Most likely.
Well, we went to Bar Luca. It was freaking shoulder to shoulder. So,
how's our boy Nate?
Nate's looking hella good.
In the clear? Solid, thick, tight?
He's looking good, man. It's good to see him, man. He was out there for like 10 days and he got like 15 hours of sleep the whole time he was out there. He's a fucking machine. I can't do that shit. I need my sleep. He'd go to bed at 4 a.m. and be up at 7 a.m.
Okay, off-topic question. Off of PCA. Ben, have you been a groomsman before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I wasn't aware that the groom is supposed to get, not prizes, gifts for the groomsmen.
Yeah.
And I'm looking into knives with their names etched into it.
That's what I did. Same
Okay.
thing.
Well, I'm looking around on websites trying to find something. I was seeing about because I'm visiting Tyler and Austin in 2 weekends. Seeing if there's any local shop there I can get to do them. Do you have any brands that you remember that you did with?
I gotta remember which knife, because I'm a big knife guy.
Okay.
I collect knives and stuff. I mean, you can go simple. You can go with like a Swiss Army knife, right? Everybody can use a Swiss Army knife. Like I have thousands of knives, bro. And my son asked me, he's like, "Daddy, what's your favorite knife? Like, you can just keep one. What would it be?" And I said, "It'd be one of my Swiss Army knives, probably my Explorer or my Huntsman, because the damn thing can do everything. It's so useful. I've actually cleaned the deer with my Swiss Army knife.
Damn.
So it's so functional, dude. Like literally, it can do everything. It's so convenient. It's not scary. So if you take it out in a restaurant or have to do something, it's everybody recognizes that from MacGyver. So it's not a scary knife. So I mean, I love a damn Swiss Army knife, and it's not going to break the bank either, honestly. But there's so many really good knives coming out, like of China, surprisingly. It used to be, oh, that's junk knives. There's several really good companies that have knives built in China, like Civivi or We Knives or Artisan Cutlery, USP. They're making some really, really good stuff that doesn't break the bank either, and they're like single folder knives or single bladed knives. 20 knives that you can etch the blade. You have a big area where you can etch something on the blade, right? So those would be really good. And that won't break the bank either. I mean, you have a lot of options right at this time.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna look around a little bit.
Yeah, I would just buy some quality knives and then have them engraved somewhere instead of buying the bullshit. So go to the engraving place online and buy one of their knives for them to engrave it. It's going to be some
They were
shit.
marked up.
It's going to be crap. It's going to be a crap ass knife, and give them something good and just have it engraved somewhere else at a trophy shop or something like that. You can find 100 lazy engraving places. So get you a good quality knife. You can find a shit ton of below $50 and just have them engraved.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Forgot you're coming out.
Oh, you didn't plan something, did you?
No, I'm gonna be here.
Okay.
I forgot, but I think Skip's gonna be here too, so
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, not this weekend, upcoming weekend, but next weekend.
All right, good. Because this weekend I'm going to San Antonio, so
Yeah, that would have sucked.
yeah, I'm meeting Alyssa's mom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's gotten serious quick. Oh my god!
Quick. It's been almost 6 months. Jeez.
No, it hasn't been.
Yeah.
No
it's
way.
been like 2 weeks.
Dang, I hope I saved a clip from when you first mentioned you were dating her. I don't think
I
you
didn't
did.
mention her right away.
Yeah, you kept it down low. Smart man.
Well, she's been real for 2 weeks. Let's just put it that way.
She's a paid actress, all right.
Yeah, she's been valid.
Ben with the funniest post again. He said he can confirm that he can confirm that Alyssa is real and as expected is cooler than me. So Ben, that was funny.
And it's all true.
Yeah.
Shout out to our boy of the week.
Boy of the week.
Tyler, you have to come up with our worst of the week. This will be the Bow Wow segment.
Okay.
Mitchy Maduro, Mitch, commented on my post through my lounge on Facebook. I don't know how maybe he looked up Maloney's Cigar Lounge. Anyway, I made a pairing suggestion and he commented his thoughts. Thanks, Mitch. And dude, I had a typo. I posted on Instagram. I caught the typo, fixed it on Instagram, but it already pushed to Facebook and I couldn't change it because I don't have access. I was pissed. It was a your. I did the wrong your.
Ha.
It hurts.
That's a comment that I don't think anybody cares.
I teach English. It bugs me.
Okay, well that's really bad.
Yeah, I know. I was caught up in the tagging. The hashtags don't work on Instagram anymore. If you do cigar, it just blocks everything apparently.
Yeah.
So I visited 2 cigar shops in San Antonio. One was Cigar Point. They carry patina and Roma Craft. And then I went to Cigar International. And I'm like fucking like joking. And I'm with Alyssa and one of her friends from high school. And I jokingly tell her, I'm like, I wonder if anybody's gonna recognize me from Instagram or whatever. Or I hope I get recognized, like fucking joking, you know. So we're walking around the humidor and a guy comes up, the manager, he's like, you guys looking for anything particular? And Alyssa's like, yeah, he's just looking for one more, this is the last special cigar he needs. And then he looks at me, he's like, oh, hey, that's Viso. And Alyssa's like, you just made his night. He wanted to be recognized. I'm like, Alyssa, you're not supposed to tell people I said that. So his name is Gio. So I gave him he gave us a Cigar International Crown Heads custom hat because they had Luciano and Miguel there a couple weeks ago. And then I gave him a Craft 2022. And this guy named Gio, he moved from Tampa. Now he's running one of the managers at the San Antonio. It's fucking dope. It was hella busy. There was like 50 motherfuckers there Friday night. But Rosales is going to be doing an event there next Friday. So me and Alyssa are going to go out there Friday, and then we're going on one of the lakes out there. Her mom got an Airbnb. So we're going to go to Canyon Lake, it's called. I have a guy who's from San Antonio. He's like, be careful. There's a lot of water moccasins in that lake. So now I'm like paranoid about that.
Water moccasins?
Yeah, the snake.
You don't know what a water moccasin is? Okay. He would know. He's from California.
Yeah.
So
We have-
it's a southeast. They're only in the southeastern United States. So it's a water moccasin or a cottonmouth. It's the same thing.
Cottonmouth.
Yeah, because they're hyper aggressive. I fucking hate it. So in my neighborhood, when I was in Tallahassee, my neighbors, I grew up with the bayou, right? I've been outdoors all my life. I'm not scared of snakes. So a lot of my neighbors, we had a Facebook group where they were reporting stuff, and there were moccasins all over, right? Because they left like little natural ponds all over the neighborhood, for aesthetic reasons. And of course, they attract moccasins, and for some reason, they would lay out pine straw on the edges for some reason. Well, the moccasins love that shit because it heats up in the sun, and it's real nice and warm, so they'll lay on it constantly. So you'll see it coiled up all over the place. Anyway, my neighbors we would get a lot of oak snakes or rat snakes. It's the same thing, or water snakes. And they would say, "Oh my God, I got this one. It's stuck in my garage, or stuck. It's on my porch. It won't leave a porch." And I went and got one snake for one person and relocated it. And ever since then, for 3 years, I was the snake whisperer. I would go around the neighborhood and catch these snakes and go take them off and release them, unless it was a moccasin. And I'm just used to shooting a moccasin. No problem. No guns there. So, I'm running around with the freaking flathead shovel trying to
slingshot.
Yeah, it sucked, dude. That was terrible. But man, I tell you, they're hyper aggressive, and when they'll coil back like up, and they'll open their mouth, and their mouth is like super bright white, like a cotton ball. That's what they're called, a cotton mouth.
Makes sense.
You definitely do not want to be bitten on one. It's bad. But I mean, they're also a little skittish. So I mean, you just gotta you gotta be careful. Like they'll like to get like on limbs above the water. Sit on the limb. Or if like there's a stump, they'll like to curl up on a stump. Or if there's floating debris coming by, odds are there's one in that floating debris. So, but like if you're just out in open water, you're not going to see them. You're not going to see a moccasin.
Oh, okay.
Because shit eats them, right? Hawks will come by and grab them. Fish will eat bass or a catfish will eat one. So they're not going to be in open water. So if you're like on a sandbar or something, you're not going to come across them. But if you get near the reeds in the water, they'll be in there. So just stay in the open water.
Okay. 2 conversations ago, but Tyler, I was hanging out with one of my buddies that I lived with a few years back, and he says he loves your Instagram. He doesn't smoke cigars. He only knows you through me when we started the podcast, but he says you're a really funny guy.
Oh, what's his handle?
Oh man, I don't know. It's a good question.
That's funny.
Also, we're at the 1 hour mark now.
Hey,
Nice.
dude. Yeah, we all sorry everybody. Our last podcast got cut off quite a bit. I don't know what happened. We'll give a little backstory, but it was me, Bentley, and Brandon, and then Dom, of course. And then I had asked Skip if he wanted to be on. He wasn't feeling good. And then, of course, 45 minutes in the podcast, he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then he's like, "Oh, hey, there's Ben." And then Bear pops in, and then Coop popped in. And then we ended up being on for like another 2 hours, but we couldn't record it. It was like insider stupid shit.
It's one of those things like we do a podcast because we enjoy it, or that's how you should do a podcast because you enjoy it. But it sucks because that was just for us, essentially.
Yeah. Well, there's like the Tatawahe one where that was like a 3-hour thing too. We can only post the first hour,
Yeah.
But it's like that's why you do, like, I talked to Brandon about it later on. And I'm like, "Dude, what'd you think, man?" And he's like, "Bro," he's like, "my head's gonna explode. Like, I'm still processing everything that was said." Like, because Skip just started dropping all these like facts and shit, and and
Show me the Carfax.
yeah. So
yeah, and intermixed. What I hated about it was there was a lot of really good content intermixed in there too. But you talk about some heavy editing to get all that right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it is what it is. It was a good time.
yeah. We'll have to get Skip on again. He'll be in Austin for a little longer. He's doing like a marathon with Cigar Hustler today. We were supposed to have BDP on, but he canceled because Skip came in and they did an hour, and then they were like, Skip's like, we got to keep doing, and then he's doing the How About That Cigar. So I'm really happy we were able to get Ben, because Ben does a lot of the roundtables, but like Developing Palates is doing a roundtable tonight, and then How About That Cigar. So we really appreciate Ben coming on.
Oh man, I'm available anytime for y'all. You know that.
Anything else about the show you want to talk about, or any final thoughts or anything?
No, I mean, just one thing. One thing I don't think I talked about it. It seemed like there was a real positive vibe at this trade show too. Like everybody seemed upbeat. Real. I don't know, more friendly. It just had a more upbeat vibe. It had a really good atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things I was hearing from the few booths I was hanging out in is where a lot of these cigar shops and a lot of these cigar brands and a lot of these factories are kind of in for a rude awakening, that that little mini cigar boom is over. And if you load it up on bad product, you're going to be fucked. And if you're a company that over ordered because of the mini boom, you're going to be stuck with a lot of product. I think it's good to be agile and keep your money liquid, because if you went in thinking that COVID boom was going to continue, it's not. Now with the price of gas, now with the price of rent, I don't know if people are, and then people going back to work, I don't know if people are still smoking the same amount, but I guarantee they're spending less on cigars. I guarantee that. I definitely guarantee they're spending less on cigars. They might not be smoking less, but they're buying cheaper stuff. And
that's a given, because I mean, when you're tightening your budget down, first thing it goes to any kind of luxury items. That's what a cigar is. So yeah, stuff like that, gym membership, stuff like you don't have to have. First thing to go.
Your daily Starbucks, or
yeah. Maybe if you go to Starbucks, something like that, instead of going like every day, you might go twice a week.
That's the weird thing too. I'm frustrated because I've been putting away a shitload of money in my 401k, and it keeps going down and down. But it's like, I mean, I don't understand how the stock market works or whatever, but it's like, you go around anywhere in Austin, restaurants, and people are still spending money like they've got a stimmy last week. Like every restaurant is full, everything's a wait, every grocery store is super filled, every gas station you gotta wait. You go to Costco, it's a minimum 20 minutes if you're waiting for gas. If you go inside, you're waiting in line for 20 minutes. Like everywhere, everybody's spending money. So that's, I'm not the smartest guy, so, but it's like, I just want my 401k to go back to what it was, because it's dropped a lot, and I'm putting away a lot of money, and it's not moving. It's moving down.
Hey, look, I can tell you, somebody that's approaching 50, stay the course.
Yeah.
Keep putting your money in. It'll come back. It'll rebound.
Playing the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint, man.
Well, it's like when COVID first hit, it dropped it dropped a lot more severe than what it did now. And then I knew people who took all their money out at that low point, and then it bounced back towards the end of Trump's tenure or whatever. So they lost out on a shitload of fucking money. So yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, it's just frustrating. I don't even check it anymore, but I'll see like on my iPhone, I'll have the stocks and it's all down in the red. I'm like, oh man. Luckily I have a job where I can work as much as I want to counteract I just lose out on my free time. That's why it's been tough with the podcast and all that. And it's just like, it's working a lot. And then not only that, I went from paying $900 for a mortgage to $1,500 for an apartment. So I don't know. But Ben, hopefully I see you at Weasel Fest September. Labor Day weekend, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So
as soon as I can buy tickets, man.
Dope. Dom's coming. He's not coming.
I'm going to Noah's wedding. The guy who likes your Instagram.
Oh shit. Bear's going to a wedding too. He won't be able to make it.
Yep. We'll have to eat our queso by ourselves.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll have more fun.
Weasel Fest 1.5 2 weekends from now.
Weasel Fest 1.5, yeah.
See if anyone else can come. Sorry, Tyler. I'm not inviting people to crash at your place.
We got the pull-out couch for you. Oh shit! My mom's been working in Austin for like 45 days now. She's got 2 more weeks and she goes back to Milwaukee. I've seen her like 3 times. All right, that's all I got, guys.
All right.
Thanks again, Ben. I'll see you in September, hopefully. And then we'll keep in touch. I can't believe fucking the trade show's already over, man. Sucks.
Cry about it later. Oh, Ben, you're muted. Or no, you're not muted. Your mic's not.
I actually had it on half. That was weird. The little slider was like halfway engaged. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm glad it's over, dude. I was so tired. I've never been so tired after a trade show as this one for some reason. No idea why.
Yeah.
Dude, those fucking new hours they had sucked. Starting an hour later, ending an hour later, nobody adjusted their after trade show stuff. So it was like boom, 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 constantly going. Dude, we didn't get back to the compound sometimes like midnight. So
and you go straight from you wouldn't even go to, you'd leave in the morning and not go back. Yeah, that's the only thing about TI is it's a 10-minute walk, but at 10 minutes just to go from Bar Luca, or if like you're at Bar Luca, run up for a quick nap or a quick change of clothes. Like I'm gonna stay. It's worth the $200 extra a night to stay at Palazzo versus TI because just the convenience, man. I'll be staying there next year, I think.
Yeah, the only thing I liked about TI was he had smoking rooms. So, if like the watering holes were all just busting at the seams, you want to have a cigar, but you don't want to go out to 100-degree fucking Satan's asshole weather.
Yeah.
You go to your room and smoke in the AC. That was always pretty cool. The only bad part about it was like Rod Hewitt would have to do some stuff for his job at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and he'd always smoke while he did it. And I have a CPAP machine, so he'd be smoking, and I would be fucking like, I don't know what you call the face mask. You had the bong and shit. It was like almost like that, like inhaling cigar smoke with my CPAP. I was like, you dirty fucker, man! You just not smoking this one time, dude.
Can you wait? Do
Yeah. Other than that was pretty cool. What bad.
All right, Ben.
All right.
We'll stay in touch, man. Thank you. Thanks again.
Rock and roll.
No problem, man. Anytime y'all need me, I'll be here.
Cool. Keep those cigars on ice.
Yeah!